welcome back. Right, so we've got another Halloween make today, and it's with this new mould I've got, and it's what's it called, a coffin, that's it. The coffin mould. I've seen a few people do these, and I didn't have one originally, but now that I have, I want to give it a go. But I'm going to do it in eco-pour, because I've not seen anyone do it in eco-pour before, and I want to see how it handles it and if it actually works, which it should do, because eco-pour is like resin. It can go in most things and come out beautiful, but we're going to try that today. We're going to do it in eco-pour, and these came with it as well. So we've got like a little skeleton hand, a pumpkin, a haunted house, but that looks like it's supposed to be a keyring of some sort because it's got a loop at the top of it. A little ghosty, again, it's got a loop on the top of it, so I'm presuming that's meant to be a keyring. I think all of these might potentially be keyring worthy, but yeah. There's an owl, I'm guessing that's supposed to be a thunderclap, but it could be a scary tree branch. There's a spider, and we have some bats as well. So this is going to be interesting. I do have a few plans. I'm going to do the rest of whatever I'm using today with these in UV resin, I think. They're really nice moulds actually, these ones. The silicone's quite good quality. So yeah, I'm not going to do a pumpkin because we've done pumpkins already this Halloween. So I've just got these. I might not do the spider as well because we've done spiders as well this Halloween, and we've done ghosties. So these are the ones that I need to choose from to use on this. I might use them all, I might not. I'm not sure yet, but I want to get this poured. I do have a plan, like I said, for it, but it's not quite formed properly in my head, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. Yeah, let's get started, shall we? I'll be right back. And here we go. So with the eco-pour, I mixed up 200 grams of eco-pour itself and 60 grams of water, and I also put some black eco-pour pigment in that I got with the resin crate that I got given as a gift. Now this wasn't as dark as I wanted it. I was wanting it a bit black, but obviously with eco-pour it's going to go a lot lighter because eco-pour is of course white. So with the lid, I wanted to do a technique that I'd seen on Sally's channel, which is all aboard, I think it's Resin Creations. And what she did was she would put some mica powder down onto the mould, like a lot of mica powder, and she would pour either eco-pour or resin crate, or I can't remember what she uses, but I'm using eco-pour, and it came out beautiful, and I just wanted to see if I could do it as well. So I did it for the lid, and it came out really, really nice. Now with all of these, I did them in UV resin. I did the bats with the black JDiction UV resin, and I am loving that UV resin. I will be getting some more of it when I run out. I will run out at some point. And I did use glow-in-the-dark powder again. As you might have noticed in my last few videos, that it has been a theme of mine to use glow-in-the-dark powder. I am obsessed with it right now. I can't seem to get it out of my creations. So glow-in-the-dark powder is my main theme for Halloween this year, it seems. But yeah, I'm loving the glow-in-the-dark powder. Really am loving it. And the glow on the glow-in-the-dark powder is amazing. Really is amazing. So I did the bats first because that was just black, and I added a bit of sparkle to them with my Marabou rainbow glitter? Rainbow sparkle, I can't remember now, but it's Marabou anyway. With the hand, I wanted this to glow in the dark, but I also wanted it in like a purpley colour. So I mixed in the purple first, and then I put a load of glow-in-the-dark powder in. Now, some people might think that if you add glow-in-the-dark powder to mica powder, it is not going to show up. I have found otherwise. If you put enough glow-in-the-dark powder in with the mica powder, it does show up really, really well. And if you've got quite good glow-in-the-dark powder as well, like I have, it shows up really well in the mica powder. So if you got a bit discouraged not using glow-in-the-dark powder with mica powder, don't. Just experiment, see what works, and go from there, really. I did also use this to make, I think this is supposed to be a tree branch, but I made it into almost like a thunderclap, a thunder strike, a lightning strike, whatever you want to call it. Obviously I did it in a purpley colour. So that's the bats all done. They came out wonderful. And then I didn't do the haunted house mould, mainly because I couldn't think of what to do with it on this particular mate. I knew what I kind of wanted, so I was just going by how I think the I keep losing my train of thought here. The coffin turns out, and it turns out really, really nice. Now this video is a little bit different to my other videos because normally I do talk when I'm demoulding, but I did forget to talk on this particular demould. I just demoulded it and I brushed all the extra mica powder out back into the bag so it didn't get wasted. And yeah, it came out really nice. I liked the effect it made, but it gave me ideas. And what I turned it into is it almost like, it's not a normal coffin. I've changed it into like a portal into a Halloweeny world. So I decided those hands that I'm making there, I do make another one later on. I put them on the side of the lid, and it's almost like a large skeleton's coming out of the portal. But also inside of it, I put the owl in the middle of that as almost like a guardian almost of the portal, to make sure that no Halloweeny creatures come out. I did like a geode effect on both the lid and inside the coffin as well. And I think it turned out brilliant. I mean, considering I have never really done a Halloweeny themed, I suppose you could call it a diorama, it turned out not too bad. It was out of my comfort zone, this. It really was. It challenged me. And I had to really think about what I was going to do with it, because I'm not really a Halloweeny type person, but this year I've actually made quite an effort on the Halloweeny. Now, guys, just breaking off of my explanation here, I want you to make sure that you have gloves on when you're doing this sort of thing, when it's so close to the UV resin, because if you are allergic to it, you can come out in such a nasty reaction. I've seen it. I'm not allergic to it, but I've seen other people who are allergic to it come out in such a, well, it's not very nice when you're allergic to it. So I would definitely wear gloves if you are anywhere close to touching UV resin like I was there. Always wear gloves, guys. Don't do what I've just done. I just, at this point, forgot that I wasn't wearing gloves and I just carried on. Right, back to what I was doing. So yeah, I've got some broken glass here, so I decided if I'm going to do a geode effect, it's going to need crystals around it. And these have different sized glass shards in it, so it was perfect for what I sort of wanted, because I wanted it to look natural and I wanted it to stand out. So I also put the last of my purple UV resin in the middle. It's almost like a river's going through the crystals or something, and I think it looks pretty nice. I'm glad I decided to do that actually. So I just went through doing all these crystals. I did put crystals inside as well, all around the edges. I left the middle out, left the middle without crystals in it. I put the owl in the middle and I put the crystals around him. And then around the owl, I put some purple glitter that I've got lying around in there, and yeah, it looks very whimsical. Looks very whimsical, and I absolutely love it. Round the sides, I did put bats and those. I know, like I said, I know the tree branches, but I turned them into like a thunder, a lightning strike thing going on the edges. Almost like those warnings you see on things like Indiana Jones and stuff like that, to say that there's a trap inside almost. And the other thing I did was, this has also been a theme with me, with my makes lately. I put an acorn on one of the sides of the coffin. And the reason why I'm doing a load of acorns recently is because quite a while ago now, I found out that back in the day in Scotland, nobles would decorate some of their homes, like whether it's statues or paintings or something of the kind, and some of them would put acorns in their decorations, and that would symbolise that they were for the Jacobites and that they supported the Jacobites without the English knowing about it. So it was a subtle sign that they were for the Jacobites, and I found it quite interesting. And considering my channel is, it's Highland Homemade Crafts, and it's based in Scotland and Scottish. Well, I wouldn't say Scottish stuff, but it's based in Scotland. I am in Scotland, and I thought it would be a nice touch just to, add a bit of Scottish flair to it as well, to my makes, that is. And I do love making these acorns, I really do. I think they add a bit of subtle detail to the make. and they're so cute. So here I am just putting the purple glitter in inside around the owl, and yeah, it just went really well, this. I enjoyed making it, and it was a lovely getaway to my busy life at the moment. I've got both my sons home. My eldest son is off of school at the moment for his holidays, and yeah, because he's been at school, I'm getting used to him being back home again, and well, it is a bit tiring and a bit hard sometimes, but you know, he's made some friends around the neighbourhood. You know, some of the neighbours have children of their own, and he plays with them, and it's just really nice. So anyway, I am going to let you watch what's left of the process. There's not much, I don't think, after this, and I will see you for the pictures.
In the still of the midnight hour, where the fog curls soft and low, a coffin creaks beneath a bower, and the candlelight starts glow. From the cracks these shadows weaving whispers crawl across the ground. Something ancient, half believing, wakes where silence used to sound. The coffin opens slow and wide to a world where pumpkins cry. Ghosts are dancing, bats take flight underneath a blood-red sky. And high above, with eyes aflame, and now keeps watch, it knows your name. Guardian of the dark untold, keeper of the Halloween world. Candy moons and graveyard laughter, spirits hum their lullabies. Paper souls go drifting after lanterns born of old goodbyes. Skeletons waltz through the nettles, spiders spin their silver thread. Every leaf that falls unsettles dreams that wake the pumpkin dead. The coffin opens slow and wide to a world where pumpkins cry. Ghosts are dancing, bats take flight underneath the blood-red sky. And high above, with eyes aflame, and now keeps watch, it knows your name. Guardian of the dark untold, keeper of the Halloween world. Feathers fall like whispered spells, echoes toll from phantom bells. Step inside, you can't turn back. The owl's eyes glow midnight black. The coffin opens, fate unfurled. You've crossed into the Halloween world. The moon grins wide, the shadows twirl, while the owl guards every pearl of midnight's breath of stories curled in the heart of the Halloween world.
And we are coming to the end of the video, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed watching. I've enjoyed making this. It really did challenge me, and I do love a challenge. Thank you to all my subscribers that have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, then please consider doing so. It is only a click away and it does help my channel grow. So please consider it. And I hope you're all having a good week, and I will see you on Saturday. Keep crafting and stay positive, guys. See you later.